What's up, guys? Welcome to the next episode in our new series, Achieving Financial Freedom through Systeme IO. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to do email marketing with Systeme IO. I'm Isaiah Gibson from Lightwolf Marketing, your host with the most. So grab your coffee and let's get started. First things first, why email marketing? I get this question a lot. Now here's a fun fact. Did you know that for every dollar spent on email marketing, you can expect an average return of $36? That's right, email marketing is not only affordable, but also incredibly effective. This is taken from a study done by Statista, a top researching firm in the US. Now let's talk about Systeme IO. It's an all-in-one platform that makes online business management a breeze, especially for busy parents like us. With its user-friendly interface, you can set up your email marketing campaigns in no time. Let's start with the basics, setting up your email list. Systeme IO makes this super easy. You can import your existing contacts or start from scratch. Remember, the key is to grow your list organically. It allows you to build trust and authenticity while also keeping your brand out of legal trouble. So as a beginner, try to avoid using solo ads. I know they're very tempting. You can buy somebody's already existing email list. But once you get some experience and have some solid email deliverability, then you can dabble in those, but avoid it if you're just starting off. All emails are gathered from a form on a page, whether that's a blog page, your website, a sales funnel, or an order form. I recommend a good landing page with a strong lead magnet. If you've been following the series, I showed you exactly how to create one in my How to Create a Lead Magnet Using Systeme IO tutorial. Definitely check that out if you haven't, but I have a free template you can import below in the description. Systeme IO has 3 ways of creating an email, either through a campaign, a newsletter, or an automation. Let's start with creating your first email campaign. Now, the beauty of Systeme IO is in its simplicity. You can choose from a range of templates or create your own. Personally, I love adding personal touch to my emails. It makes them feel that much more me, and my audience loves it. Now let's jump in and show you how to create that email campaign. So from the main dashboard, you're going to go over here to emails and then campaigns. Campaigns are pretty much where all of your campaigns live. I currently have 6, but as a free member, I believe you can only get 1. I'll check on that in a second. So to create a new campaign, you just hit create, name the campaign, and hit save. Pretty simple, right? Now in order to create an email, you go within that campaign. You hit create, and you have 2 different things. You have the visual editor and the classic editor. The difference is the classic editor is where you would build everything manually. You control the text, images, and links. The visual editor, if I show you guys, is where you can choose any templates for any kind of situation, right? Any kind of situation. So these are the 2 basic styles, where you have the one up here with the images in the middle and your kind of logo at the top. And this one here has a different kind of image with a header at the top. So it doesn't matter which one you choose, but let's just pick one. Pick right in your subject line, hit save. And within this, this is what the visual builder looks like, right? Within this template. Notice how there's different outlines around these. This is very similar to the page builder. You have kind of containers. You can go in here, you can change the font, your text size. You have a lot of control here within the visual builder. But keep in mind, this much control over the design, all these things have to be coded on the back end. So you may not think of this, but sometimes email inboxes don't like all these additional code. Sometimes the code can get a little bit jumbled. And I'm not saying you don't have to use it. I'm saying keep that in mind. Keep in mind your image sizes. When you go in here, you import your image. Keep in mind your size, how it's aligned. Keep in mind how many links you're using. All these things have to be taken into consideration whenever you're building a strong email. And it's one of those things where if you don't like thinking about too many things, don't worry about it. Me personally, I use the classic builder. I'm going to exit this. I'm going to switch to the classic editor. The classic editor gives you just manual control, right? Here you just type in your things. And I'm not going to do this because I've done this in my other videos, but I'm just going to say here's an email. You can change this to a header if you want for like more SEO things or make it more attractive to your reader. You can also add images pretty easily. You go over here where it says image. You can insert it via HTML, or if you already uploaded one, So that's where you would upload your images from your desktop or wherever you want to upload it from. your hard drive or something like that. And if you want to add a link, you just highlight the text, click on the link button, and just paste in your URL there. It's pretty simple. I've showed this in my other tutorials, but that's just the difference between the visual editor and the classic editor. Personally, I like the classic editor because it's a lot simpler. It's easier on the eyes to use, but at the same time, the visual editor does give you a bit more control over your images if you're like doing any particular fancy newsletters or if you're doing more e-commerce. The visual editor works very well for that regard. But if you're just an affiliate marketer or just a basic digital marketer, and you're just sending out just kind of basic, audience building or relationship building emails, the classic editor is all you need. That's really all I use. Once you like the content of the email, you can test it before publishing it. This is a good idea to view it on different devices and to check for any grammatical errors you may have missed while you're drafting it. In order to test it, you just go right up here to the top where it says save and test. You're going to send it to your own email preferably and hit confirm. And it's going to say a test email has been sent to that email address. Now, if you aren't a strong copywriter, you can use AI tools like this one's Writer, there's Canva Docs, and there's Jasper.ai. Even ChatGPT is good, but I found that lately ChatGPT hasn't been creating the same quality that it once did with similar prompts. Still, it's a great starting point and allows you to easily create your emails if you ever have writer's block. I know I do sometimes. Now for the fun part, automation. Imagine having a robot assistant that sends out emails for you while you're busy playing with your kids, or, let's be real, catching up on some much needed sleep. Systeme IO's automation feature allows you to set up email sequences that trigger based on specific actions your subscribers take. It's like having a mini digital marketer working for you 24/7. Now, I use tags when the subscriber signs up, when they make a purchase, and when they proceed through my courses. This gives me an idea of where they are in the journey and allows me to send timely, targeted updates to further engage them. You do this through the workflow area where you create conditions. Let me show you that. Up here under automation, go to workflows and you just choose a workflow. And here you can create conditions and the subscriber gets sent down paths based on different actions. So in this one, the first thing that gets them into this workflow is when they subscribe to this particular form. They get a new tag. They automatically get enrolled in the free course. They get sent an email about how to access the course. Then there's a delay of 5 days before I send them the next email. There are other emails within this already within my campaigns, but this is so I don't step on my toes and kind of send them too many emails all at once. Now, if they progress through the course, which I hope they will, they're going to get sent this email either way. And within this email, if they, click a certain link, they get a separate tag with this within my tags, in which case they'll get tagged with this particular tag, Freedom Accelerator Lead. If they do have the tag, great, they get sent down this particular email sequence. If they don't have the tag, they get sent down this email sequence, in which case I try to warm them up a little bit more and offer my own advice, my own help. And adding new things is pretty easy within Systeme, right? So within any of these stages, these little plus marks here, you can add other conditions or other actions, delays, etc. An action is if something happens, if they do something. If you do something, you're going to apply a tag to the person. A decision is that yes or no. It's, if they are pretty active, if they're not active, if they're subscribed, if they unsubscribe, what's going to happen? A delay is just literally what it sounds like, a time delay. This is how long you wait before the next thing happens within the automation sequence. Take your time and really think about what you want your customer journey to be. That's what these automations are. It's the customer journey through emails or through tags or through your courses or other digital products. The automation feature is powerful, is very, very powerful. Don't be afraid to play with the automations in Systeme IO. These can drastically improve your open rates as you're sending targeted messages every time versus simply sending time-based messages that aren't always relevant. And here's a pro tip. Don't just set and forget. Make sure to regularly check in on your campaigns, tweak and test different subject lines, email content, and sending times. What works for one audience might not work for another. It's all about finding that sweet spot. Now, speaking of content, let's talk about what to write in your emails. The golden rule is to provide value. Whether it's tips, tricks, or just a funny story about your day, make sure your emails are something your subscribers are looking forward to. If all you do is try to sell to your subscribers without building a relationship through valuable information or like some kind of information exchange or some kind of tips, your business will flop. People do not like being sold to. They like casual conversations and advice. Here's an inside scoop on one of my affiliate campaigns. So first off, this is the email you're going to get as soon as you sign up. It says, this is the subject line. This is the content within it. There's a link within that says create your free account. This is my affiliate link with Systeme IO. This is how you'll join, my Facebook groups to be engaged, to be, educated, to be informed. And I'm quite sure this is an email that you guys have received. And then this is just kind of some more information. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. I should have probably added a link here, which I can do now. I'm going to highlight it. All right, that's that. And I'm going to test it, make sure it works. It does, takes me right to my channel. And it helps when you know your URLs. And this is my close. And I like to have a CTA in almost every email, right? This one's pretty light. See you in the pub and on Lightwolf marketing, right? Something simple. Just tells them, hey, there's more where that came from. And because it's the first email in the sequence, this area here says this email will be sent after. Nothing will be sent out. I mean, this isn't coming after anything. This is the first email in the sequence. So you hit save. You'd save and test if you want it to go to your inbox, which I recommend you do, so you can look at it on your phone, your tablet, whatever device you think people are going to operate. If you have multiple devices, you hit exit, and then you just go down. Notice how I have other emails within this. This is my next one, another affiliate link. This is a free course you can access. Some information about the course, how it can help you. Now, this is a PLR package I also provide. All right. And then under the settings, it says which email is this going to be sent after. Okay. This is going to be sent after the first email, which says your journey to digital success starts here. Okay. It's going to be sent after that. Days before sending it, I like to wait 2 days before sending it. I don't like to do daily emails anymore because then it just feels like you're bombarding that person's inbox. You want to give them some time to kind of process it. And people don't always open their emails every day. Let's be honest. I do because this is my business, but I don't expect the average person to. Sometimes 2 days between emails is too long. Sometimes you need 3 days. It just depends on what you're comfortable with and what the person on the receiving end is comfortable with. So this just requires some testing, just a bit of experience here and there. It's trial and error, honestly. And it's just user behavior. Some people do like receiving emails every day. I particularly don't. I don't like sending that many emails because I think personally, how much value are you realistically going to get and digest every single day? You need time in order to learn before you can, kind of proceed to the next lesson. That's how I see it. Before we wrap up, let's talk about tracking and analyzing your results. Systeme IO offers some great analytics tools. You can see who opened your emails, who clicked on links, and more. This data is gold. It tells you what's working and what's not, so you can keep improving. So there are a couple different ways you can view these analytics. Within your current campaign, you have which emails were sent, how many contacts are at this particular step, how many people opened them, how many clicks you have, and I think common is if people like marked you as spam or something. I haven't had any, so I don't have anything there to go off of to tell you. So let's go to one of my other campaigns that has some awesome open rates. So this one here has my free course has 176 people open it, which is 64%, which is pretty solid. And of those 64%, 18 people click, which is 6.55%. Don't look at the total clicks numbers as being either high or low. You want to look at your open rates. You want to use your open rates to determine if your headlines are working, if people actually care about the emails you sent. Because if they're opening in good volume, they're going to eventually start clicking your links in good volume, or they're going to engage in other content. So don't think about how many people are clicking your links all of the time. Don't get too caught up in the numbers. And if you go into statistics up here under emails, this gives you a more general overview of where you stand. right? Just your year to date statistics. You know, these are, your month by month, day by day stats, how many emails were sent, how many people open said emails, right? And this chart is more kind of accurate of what you're going to look at. How many people reported you as spam? Based on Google and Yahoo's kind of percentages, you want to make sure your spam reports are extremely low. I think they say like between 0.1 and 0.2%. So which means constantly provide value in your emails. If all you do is sell, people are going to think that you're a robot, you're a spammer, you're just someone they don't want to associate with. And the more people that report you as spam, the more your reputation goes down in the gutter. And you absolutely do not want your domain reputation to be bad. That's the worst thing that can happen to your business. I mean, it is terrible. It's hard as crap to bring that back up. And then now if you can scroll further down, it tells you kind of like which emails were performing pretty well and how they performed. So again, pay attention to your analytics, but don't overanalyze them. Use them as a guide, not the end all be all. All right, folks, that's a wrap on email marketing with Systeme.io. Remember, the key to success is consistency, testing, and a whole lot of patience. But the payoff, totally worth it. You're not just building an email list, you're building a community and a path to financial freedom. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for the rest of the series, Achieving Financial Freedom through Systeme.io. Until next time, and remember, you've got this. Isaiah Gibson from Lightwolf Marketing signing off.